Okay, I'm live again. Oh shit, you know what? I should have put that it's open panel. Maybe I should go back and change that. I don't even remember how, to be honest. Your movie, yeah, I'm going to my channel. And I'm gonna pin the link. There it is. Message pinned. Okay, we're rolling. Hey, what's up, Leslie? I just pinned the link. I'm just chilling here in the red room. I was rewatching The Lord of the Rings yesterday, and what topic? I don't care, whatever you want to talk about. But I was watching The Lord of the Rings yesterday, and I was noticing how many things were different about the movies from the books, and yet it didn't seem to matter as long as they told the general overall story. But there was a lot of shit that I saw, like fucking Orlando Bloom going down a skateboard and whatnot. Hello. Hello?
Yeah.
You're on mute.
That's what I thought. I was checking my mic settings and I wasn't on the right setting. I knew it because it came unplugged. Every time it comes unplugged, it switches its settings.
So what's going on? What's up?
Not much. Just chilling, trying to figure out why it's freaking 40 degrees outside and sun shining.
Well, it was 32 this morning. I actually put on a sweatshirt, which is something I rarely do. So
wow. Yeah,
I usually drive all winter with the windows open, and I like the cold, but not today. I was just like, fuck that.
Yeah, it's really cold outside. Everything's frozen. It's not snowing, and it's not raining, so it's not icing, but everything is frozen. The grass is frozen. Everything's frozen.
Well, the other morning, my car slid a little bit on the road because it wasn't snow, but it was frosted up, it was iced up.
Yeah, that's like my deck. If you walk out on my deck, you'll slide. My deck is all
who's the famous ice skater?
Nadia Comaneci.
Yeah, there you go. You're pulling Nadia.
Or what's her name? What's her name? No, Nadia Comaneci. She's a gymnast. I meant. What's her face? Nancy Kerrigan, the one that got.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right, Tanya Harding.
Tanya Harding, yeah, do one of those.
Tanya Harding is the one that had her beat.
You could whack your knee.
Hello, Black Rose. Hi, Leslie.
Leslie's asking about what Arioch is. Arioch was a Duke of Hell in some books that I read years ago about Elric of Melniboné, and he was this sorcerer emperor who he could summon, his gods, basically. He could summon Arioch, and he made a deal with him that he would give him blood and souls, in exchange for like favors and stuff. It was pretty dark, but that's why I said the Temple of Arioch.
Okay. What is this? 1,100 to go? What?
Oh yeah,
new computer parts. What kind of computer parts are you getting? That's $1,100.
Good ones. I mean, I have a large case, and I need something that's capable of gaming as well as rendering video. So I need a good video card, and that's probably going to be the majority of the cost of it. And then I'm going to need a new power supply. Basically, I need everything new because my computer's at least 15 years old wrong. 15 years old, you know.
Oh man, no, mine's
So it's
only
like
a couple of years old.
you were going to say a couple days old.
But I got mine free. I got my computer free from Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't plan it that way, but they ended up giving it to me. I ordered it, and when I got it, they forgot to include the cable that goes from the monitor to the tower. I didn't have that, so I couldn't hook up my computer, and I emailed Walmart, and they go, "Okay, well, we'll just give it to you." They give me my money back, and then my daughter just went to Walmart and got the cable that we needed, and that was it. So it
Wow.
cost me about $12.
They just didn't want to deal with it, huh?
Yeah, apparently.
They're like, yeah, okay, we've had this problem a million times. Just fucking keep it.
Yeah, apparently, because they totally just gave me my money back, and I was like, well, that's not what I just needed the cord. I'd have been more than happy to pay for it.
Yeah, well,
Just give me the cord, the $12 cord.
I went to the convenience store today and to get cigarettes, and the guy hasn't seen me in a while, and he knows my name, and he was asking me like, "How's my mother?" And he gave me $1 off on cigarettes.
Oh wow, that's nice. Hi,
Yeah.
Leslie.
Hey, Leslie,
Hi.
what are you smoking? What are you smoking?
Cigarette. Well, it's a butt.
It's a butt. Yeah.
That's what when I smoked before. That's what my ashtrays would look like.
Why?
All my
Because you
butts
smoke
were
half
like
a cigarette?
Yeah, I only smoked a half a cigarette.
It went out. It's not a butt.
Oh.
It went out, and I am just relighting it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I constantly had long butts. My ashtrays were like a bum's dream.
A bum's dream.
My kids would come over and go, "Mom, what is with this?" I'm sorry, I don't only smoke a half a cigarette because after a half they start to get harsh and strong and too strong for me. So
I smoke them down to the end. I'm bad.
I can't. I can't smoke them to the end because they're just gross.
If the cotton tasted good, I would smoke the cotton.
Have you ever done that?
Look at my shirt.
Put the cigarette in the wrong way.
I watched that the other night.
Grinch! I love the Grinch.
I wouldn't touch you with a 39-foot pole.
That's my
39.5-foot pole.
39.5? Yeah, I watched that the other night on Sci-Fi Channel. For some reason, they played it, and I was like, "Holy shit! This is bringing me back to my childhood." It brought me back to my childhood. Little Cindy Lou Who,
Yep.
And she's like, "What are you doing? Why are you stealing our presents?"
Oh no! Hey, Untrackable.
Yeah.
Hey, Untrackable, get up here.
Crystal Consciousness. Hello.
Hello, hello.
Untrackable consciousness.
That's my computer giving me notifications.
What's it telling you?
That some YouTubers that I follow just posted a video.
Oh.
Nobody
That's usually what my shit is. It's like my phone is constantly going off. You know how I have the wolf sound? Yeah. It's all because of YouTube. Because somebody's gone live or posted something, and it's like,
Well, my phone I only have one ringtone for one thing, and that's just for phone.
Yeah.
There's a ringtone for that, and it's Motley Crue. But it is. But
which song?
Nothing else. The hell is it?
Dr. Feelgood?
No, I think it's what the hell? I'm
Good,
old.
great.
I'm
Do you want
drawing
me
a
to call?
blank.
Do you want me to call you so we can figure it out?
Yeah, call me. Do you know my number?
Not really.
Yeah. I can't remember what
You're
it is.
talking right now.
Call yourself.
How do you call yourself?
You can't. I tried
I
it.
was gonna say you can't
Yeah,
call
there
yourself.
is a way, but you know that *69 that calls back the last person that called.
It used
I
to.
called
Yeah.
it.
Does that still
It
work?
used to. Does that work still? I don't know. I've never used it. I've never used
Well,
star
there's
six
other
seven
star
either.
codes too.
Yeah,
There's
there's
other
star
star.
6 7 if you don't want somebody to know who you are when you call them.
There was
Well,
a
now we
thing
got
that.
settings. Now you have settings on the cell phones to do that. So maybe
There was
stars
a
don't
thing,
more.
years ago, there was a thing. If you dialed a certain number, it would ring the phone back. And I used to do that to my grandmother, and she would answer the phone, and I would just crank call her, and she would get all freaked out and like, somebody keeps calling and not saying anything. You know?
It's Kickstart My Heart. That's what the
I
song is.
All right,
I
yeah.
called my number before. I don't
Oh.
remember how I did it though. But that was decades ago.
You could do it from a different phone if you had one, but different phone number.
Well, I've done that.
Hmm.
No, I'm talking about on the same phone to get your phone to ring.
That's my ringtone.
Now you
My
can
heart.
ask me what I'm smoking.
We're switching to the good stuff now. Look at that thing.
Well,
Did
like
you
I
roll
got
it?
I wish I could
four
smoke
or five.
weed, but I can't.
I've got a variety.
I'm scared
Yeah.
too. I'm too scared to smoke again, so I just don't. I just keep my gummies and that's it. And I just
What are you
ordered.
scared of?
No,
I
she
had a
can't.
brain aneurysm. The last time I smoked weed, I blew my brain. So, and ended up in the hospital for 3 weeks. So, yeah, I'm not
How
smoking
long
anymore.
did you hold it?
No, I don't hold it in. No, you don't have to hold in weed. You don't have to hold it in to get stoned. You can smoke weed just like a cigarette, and you'll get just as stoned as if you hold it in.
Hey, I'm an OG too. But no, I didn't like fill my life with it. But
Well,
you
I've
know,
been doing it since I was 18, and that was what,
I've been
1855?
smoking weed since I was 13.
Yeah.
And it wasn't
my
until I was
first one was when I
65
was
that it
16.
blew my brain apart.
16 is when I had my first one. Just
Mine was at 13. I was 13 when I started.
wow, my mom would have killed me.
My mom didn't know.
Well,
When we were 13,
my mom knew that I
we didn't
used
hang
to take.
around the house. We didn't hang around our mom and dad. We left. We would leave and go visit our friends. Around the house. Are you crazy? Then your mom would know.
Okay, my dad had a rule. Whatever's on your plate, you have to eat it. And I never liked liver. I didn't know it was liver, and I wanted some because I thought it was beef. And my dad
You
puts
would
it on
leave.
the plate. And they said, I took a bite and I was like, ooh, it's liver. And he said, you got to eat it. It's on your plate. I sat there all night and I cut it up into little pieces and I kept shoving it into on the ledge of the window. There was plants and I
Oh my
kept
God.
putting it in plants.
Did the plants grow? Because it's supposed to be full of vitamins.
But I never knew that my mom knew that I did that. She let me get away with it.
She knew how terrible liver is.
Yeah. Well, he cooked it all dry, and then it had liver and onions, and it was just horrible.
That's nasty.
It just has a
I
weird
have
taste.
had liver that I liked. It's the way that you cook it.
No, that's nasty. Liver is nasty, period. Anyway,
My
cooked anyway, it's gross.
grandmother,
It's
my
got the
mom's
worst
mom,
texture of
my
any meat.
grandmother,
It's
my
got the
mom's
worst
mom.
texture of any meat on the market. Liver is the worst texturized meat.
Yeah,
It's
it's
gross.
like it just falls apart. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
like
gross.
mushy almost.
Yeah, but my mom's mom could cook anything and make everything taste just delicious.
No, it's
She
the
cooked
texture.
the
I wouldn't be able to
liver and-
handle the texture. I don't care about the taste. It's the texture that would
I
bug me.
don't really like the taste too much.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about liver either, but I mean, first and foremost would be the texture. That would turn me off most. Kind of like with broccoli, it's the smell. I can't
Chopping broccoli.
I can't eat broccoli because of the smell.
That's
'Cause it
She's
smells
that's
chopping
how I feel
shit.
about sauerkraut. Ooh,
Sauerkraut, you can't
Sauerkraut.
smell it.
I like it.
You can't smell
when it's
sauerkraut.
cooking.
No, you
When
don't
it's
cook sauerkraut.
cooking.
No, when it's
Ew.
cooking, no, she's talking about when it's cooking. It smells like farts. It's like the cabbage, you know. It just,
Oh, with the
it smells
cabbage,
like
yeah. But
fart.
sauerkraut
And then when you
is
eat it, then you fart.
no, only if you're gassy. I've eaten
No,
many
the
lots of sauerkraut
sauerkraut.
and didn't fart.
The
I've eaten lots of
sauerkraut.
sauerkraut. It didn't make me fart.
Like a
Sauerkraut has never made me
balloon.
fart. Sauerkraut has never made me fart.
Some
No,
say
no.
cheese makes them fart. I don't
There
know.
is not. The only food that makes me fart is chili.
What
that's
about
supposed-
beans?
The beans.
Beans
in
are
chili.
really bad.
Depends on the bean. Like green beans, no, they don't make me fart.
Those white ones don't.
White ones.
The northern beans,
I don't know the difference between beans other than
they're bigger
green
and they're
beans.
white.
I like
like-
kidney beans. Kidney beans are the ones that make me fart because they're the ones that go into chili.
Well, I love the baked beans, and I can't have very much of them, but I always overdo it. And then it makes me feel ill.
Where'd you go? Is it Twitchy?
I was just calling
you-
on my friend because I want him to come to the stream, but he's shy.
Ringy dingy, friend.
He doesn't have to go on camera.
I know. I told them. I've told everyone that, and none of them want to fucking do it. So I don't know why, but it's a good time once you get used to it, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
What, they don't want to
Alright.
have a mixed crowd?
I mean, I'm always on camera, so it doesn't bother me a bit. But
Yeah, me too. But I can understand if they don't want to be on camera. It's
yeah,
freaking YouTube.
that's fine.
You know? So don't. You know, you don't have to. So
Well,
Yeah, I
if
got
you
some-
live in a city, you're most likely on camera anyway.
oh, you're on
I got
camera
a
every
friend
day.
that I got a friend that comes to my channel, but she doesn't go on camera until I shut it down and we're backstage, and then she'll go on camera. But
Who's that? Shifty?
no,
Oh.
no, I've never seen Shifty.
Yeah, me either. I wonder what she looks like. Does she have a big pumpkin head, or is she like really hot?
I have no idea. In my mind, she's hot.
You never know. I mean,
In my mind, she's super hot.
you know who I think of? I don't know if you probably don't know this because you don't watch TV, but in The Walking Dead, there was a character called Princess, and that's what I think of when I think of Shifty, is that character. She was like this Puerto Rican girl who was in The Walking Dead, and she's funny, you know.
I don't know.
I
what I'm
watched about a year of that, and then I quit watching it because
I don't watch
I
it.
don't
I
know.
don't watch anything. I don't watch TV. So
I just
Well,
got
what-
overrun. Well,
except football.
I haven't watched TV since 2013, so
But Silver, what do you do? Like, do you when you're not on YouTube? What do you do? Anything?
When I'm not on YouTube, I play with my dog. I go to the store. I go get my nails done. I do all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
Just
Because I'm just thinking, for somebody who doesn't watch TV, it's got to get
Yeah.
boring. I mean, like,
I watch
I
football
don't
on
watch
TV.
TV.
I
I
watch
do.
football on TV,
Screw football.
and
I
I watch
don't watch
RuPaul's Drag
TV.
Race.
I don't watch TV, and I threw my microwaves away years ago.
Microwaves. Microwaves aren't TVs. What the fuck?
No,
I
but she
threw
doesn't like the waves.
I didn't throw the TVs away. I kept them in case I wanted to, like, play a movie or something.
But
But
you just
I
said you threw
don't
them away.
watch TV.
Or you threw your
No,
microwaves
the
away, and I don't
microwave.
understand that. Why would you throw away your microwaves when we're talking about TVs?
Because she doesn't want the energy that from the microwaves. The negative.
TVs don't give
Right.
off microwaves.
No, I just stopped watching TV because of the programming. I didn't. It's not so much the whatever the TVs give off, but they're not on anyway, so they're not giving off anything. But the microwaves, I just threw that in there and said, well, I threw them away because it's useless. They're garbage because the radiation kills the cells in everything.
Yeah.
The radiation from what?
So it's
Microwave.
like even water goes dead with the microwave.
I don't understand. What?
The
Why are you putting water
microwave
in
was
microwave?
used originally as a weapon in the forces to do damage. It like
forces?
cooks, right?
What forces are you talking about? American
The
forces?
armies.
Yeah, the military.
The
They did use microwave weapons, yeah, at one point.
weapons.
Yeah.
And then they put it in everybody's
But
home.
your microwave oven isn't going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt you. Not in
What
any way,
is
shape, or
the
form.
use? Listen, what is the use of having your dead water, dead food? It
water.
has no.
What water is alive?
All of
Yes,
it.
water. Well, water has cell. You know, it's got
Hydrogen and
life,
oxygen. It's hydrogen and oxygen. That's what water is.
right?
One part hydrogen,
and
2 parts oxygen. H2O.
but it doesn't. It turns into like stagnant or something like. Anyway, the microwaves kill the water.
If it's sitting
Kill-
out, then yeah,
kill
it turns
food.
stagnant. But you can't. Once it's stagnant, you can't make that better. You have to get rid of it.
Well, it changes everything's.
I'm confused.
It changes it on a molecular level, right?
I'm confused. Water is water. There's
Right.
no. It's not alive. There's no.
It's damaging to everything that you use it to heat up. It's a bad idea. It's just not good.
However,
useless.
I can put a Jamaican beef patty in there for 2 minutes and it's ready and it's delicious. So
Yeah, everything I make in my microwave is delicious, and it's not hurting me. I'm still alive. I'm still here.
beef patty's probably hurting me, but
Well, have you heard of like empty calories? It's just like there's no nutrition left after you nuke food.
It's
Well,
possible.
the microwave dinners I buy don't have any nutritional value to them, but I don't cook, so that's all I got. That's all I got.
Well, as long as it's not each and every time that you eat, because then
Every
you
time.
just start
Every single
body.
time I eat, I'm eating microwavable food.
Oh wow.
Oh
Every
You don't
time.
boy.
wait a minute now.
And I'm
You
fine
don't even heat up the soup, the chicken soup or whatever. Do you
in the
what do you get?
microwave.
What do you get? Campbell's or what? What
Yeah,
kind do you?
Campbell's soup, put it in a bowl, put it in the microwave for a minute and a half.
Well, you got to put water in it too.
Jeez.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do. You put a
No,
can
How
of
you
do
water.
don't.
you feel?
If you want it watered down, yeah. But if you want good chicken noodle soup, don't put water in it. That's
You just
gross.
use a can of chicken noodle without putting water in it.
Exactly.
Wow, what is you
How
are
how
hardcore.
long have you
You never
been
done it? Have you ever
eating
tried
this
it?
way?
Oh,
All my
Have
life.
you? How long have you been eating this way, Diamond?
All my life. Well, when my kids were
What?
little, I cooked. When my kids were little, I cooked. But I don't cook anymore.
Oh,
Since my kids,
good.
I taught my kids how to cook and I don't cook anymore. I stopped cooking after I taught them how to cook. And then when they moved out, that's it. And my oldest is 45 and my youngest is 37 and they don't live with me. I don't cook for them. I don't cook for anybody. I microwave my meals. And if I don't want to microwave a meal that night, I go out and eat fast food or go to a restaurant. Or
what
I
kind of
have
restaurants?
a restaurant bring me food.
What kind of restaurants you have in Oregano?
We have oregano.
Oregano.
We have one that's over by the beach. It's called Kylo's. Oh, really good food, super good food. And it's the only restaurant in town that has filet mignon. So I'll go get that because that's good.
What
But it's expensive.
what kind of food though? Like, is it a steakhouse? Is it a
Yeah,
bar?
well, no, it's not a steakhouse. It's just a higher end restaurant where they got better food than like McDonald's and Taco Bell. I mean, we have all the fast food restaurants here too, but and then I go to Oscar's a lot. Oscar's is a Mexican restaurant, and I go there a lot to get their quesadillas because they're so good.
On
So
Halloween, when I went to see King Diamond, we went to this place in Boston, and I can't remember the name of it, but it was so 70s. Like everything about it was 70s decor, you know, like it had the studs on the back of the bar chairs and all that shit. The red leather bar chairs with the studs on the back. And it was like 70s, and we loved it because that's our style, you know, me and my friends. And I got steak tips, and they were so freaking tender. It was unbelievable. It was really
yeah,
good.
me too, Black Rose. I use my microwave a lot, so apparently I should be dead. I
No,
do.
Well,
it's
Every
just
day.
like there could be problems. That's all. I don't know.
What problems? What kind of problems? I've never had any problems other
I
than
don't
that
know.
aneurysm, but that wasn't
skinny you
caused by microwaves.
Look at how skinny you are. You're not getting your proper nutrients.
I've been like this all my life. All my life. Even as a little kid, I was a skinny mini all my life. There's nothing I can do about that.
Oh, quit bragging. Quit bragging.
Bragging. I'm not bragging. This has not been a wonderful thing for me, let me tell you. Y'all think that skinny people have it easy. No, we don't. We don't. I don't know
Why not?
what-
Why not?
because we can't gain weight.
Oh,
I
God,
was born like an Eskimo
Because
face.
and in the winter we are like 3 times colder than normal people because we are so skinny. We don't have any meat on our bones to keep us warm.
that's not true though, because I'm not skinny and I don't feel the cold. I ride around all
You
winter.
drink.
What's
You
that have to do with it?
drink.
I don't drink all the time. I'm not drinking when I'm driving around.
And you don't use your heater in your car?
No.
Not at all, ever?
Well, once in a
I
while,
don't
but
believe that.
like if it's like, you know, 19 degrees out, yeah.
Doctors, you're not drinking when you're waiting at the doctor's driving. I didn't see any.
No, I didn't drink then. No.
I don't drink.
Oh, I don't drink much anymore. The only reason I had some lately is because of Thanksgiving. I had to buy a shitload of alcohol for the relatives, and then they didn't drink
You don't
most.
have to buy alcohol for them. They can buy their own damn alcohol.
No, it's what you do. You know, when I go over their house, they feed me beers, and I'll have like 6 of them in 2 hours. So it's like they give me beer, I give them beer.
Nope.
But they're not like tolerant of it. My cousin was shit faced after 2 beers.
The only thing I've ever brought to a Thanksgiving dinner was like a pumpkin pie. That's the only thing I've ever brought. I don't bring alcohol at all.
Do you know how to make a pumpkin pie, or did you buy it at the store?
No, you don't buy them at the store because at the store they put cloves in pumpkin pies, and I can't stand cloves, so I make them myself.
I don't know.
Because
I never ate it.
I don't put cloves in them because cloves are nasty.
It's just like pepper almost, or cinnamon or something.
Kinda. It's not like cinnamon, not at all. No,
No.
it's gross.
Oh,
that,
I
like-
got blueberry pie. I got blueberry pie.
Is that an ounce?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I got cherry lime runts.
What is that, candy?
No. And I got same stuff as what's in here, but different kind. This is
Pure Lapeer. What is that?
Where are you getting all this
this
weed?
is
Is that weed?
Khalifa Kush.
Where's Khalifa Kush?
Khalifa
Yeah, I can't smoke.
Right
I can't
there.
smoke anymore.
I
I
need
wish
to
I
get
could.
an ounce tomorrow
Khalifa-
because last year around Christmas
And-
time there was a drought around
I
here.
just
and
put in a new order for gummies. So I
And
doubled
this-
my order. I told him I wanted
And this is-
double the order that I normally get.
And this is Red Pop.
Red Pop.
I wish.
Red Pop.
I cannot anymore. I'm too scared.
And
I'm too scared to smoke anything.
You could vaporize maybe.
No,
do
I've
it.
never even when I smoked, I could never vape. That would make me cough up the storm.
Really?
Seriously, I couldn't do it. My neighbor had a vape and she would let me try, and I would just cough my lungs up. I couldn't.
If I
do it.
offered you
Oh, I
$5
can't
million,
smoke.
you're telling me you couldn't do a vape?
I have 3
I
vapes.
could, but I'd cough a lung up. I can do them, but I would end up coughing my lungs up. I mean, it's
But-
awful.
What
I
is that?
take a little bit of my glitter bomb. It's a glitter bomb.
Glitter bomb?
Oh. Yeah, it's a glitter bomb.
Are you
What are
gonna
you
send
gonna
it to
glitter
somebody?
bomb?
Yeah, you got to send it to somebody. It's a glitter bomb.
I've only taken pieces off of it. It was bigger, but I've taken pieces off.
Oh, what are those? Moon rocks?
I have no
This
idea
is
what
a
that
glitter bomb.
No, but are they
It
moon
doesn't
rocks?
tell me what it is. What is it exactly?
It's marijuana,
It's
right?
weed.
Yeah. I
It's
think that's what they
flower,
call
but
moon rocks. Oh, that's weed.
it's like coated in THC.
Oh wow, where the hell did you get that?
Huh.
At the dispensary, it says glitter bomb THCA infused.
Are you in Canada?
No, Michigan.
Michigan. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a guy that plays guitar on YouTube and bass, and his name is GK Mac. He does streams all the time, and he's from Michigan. He's right outside of Canada.
THC,
A couple of auditors are
45 points.
MCC and
No.
Spanky Pants and
Yep,
Wolverine.
45.22% THC.
Wow. Jesus Christ. That's pretty.
So I take some. The guy at the dispensary, he said, just pinch some off and
Yeah.
just lace your joints with it. So I said, yeah. Because if I rolled a doob like that, can
You'd
you
pass
imagine?
out.
Oh my God.
Your blood pressure would go through the roof.
So I just been taking little pieces off and mixing it in there.
Look at that butt.
So when I got a bag,
Nice butt, huh?
It's all right.
Non-existent,
when I
but
get a bag,
all right.
it's like
kind of like my tits. Non-existent tits,
26%.
non-existent butt.
Let's
But I'm okay with it
Hey, it's all right. You look good.
do.
for my age. I do. I think. I think I look amazing for my age.
I mean, for a 30-year-old, not bad, you know.
I love
A
you,
30-year-old?
72. I'm not 30. No, I'm 66.
Oh,
For a
Terry,
30-year-old, I look awful.
almost 27%. Wow.
Yeah, last time I went to the dispensary, I brought my friend because he didn't know that you could get it cheaper in another state. And, we went up there, and mine was a little bit more than his, like $2 or $3 more. And we got in the car, and I said, "Let me see what percent you got." And his was 3% lower than mine, and I don't care, so I just switched bags with him. I was like, "Here, take mine," you know, because he doesn't buy weed that often, you know. Not as often as I do, anyway. So I'm going
Well,
tomorrow. Last year there was a drought. There was nothing around here from Christmas to New Year's and on into January and maybe even February. You could not find flour, and if you did, it was only like 24% bullshit. You know.
Oh man.
So this
well,
time
our harvest
I'm going to be
here,
smart. I'm going tomorrow,
October.
and I'm thinking ahead. You know. I'm
Yeah.
going to
The
make
new
sure I got
harvest, it ended October. So
what.
October, you get really good deals.
That's why I doubled my order for gummies because
Yeah, Christmas high demand.
Well, it affects those
Christmas
too.
shipping is gonna be a bitch. Shipping
25 and oh. But no,
What?
I paid 29 for 2 of them.
I've heard of these things called moon rocks, and they're supposed to get you pretty stoned. And I want to know where I get those. I mean, I think the dispensary I go to has them, but I'm not sure. It's supposed to be like a high THC content thing, but I can't buy them at the same time I buy an ounce because you're only allowed 1 ounce a day.
This is
Who's in your yards, Silver?
Nobody watching football.
Oh, who's playing?
Football on.
oh,
It's Seahawks and Jets.
Well, the Jets are certainly going to win.
Certainly, certainly not necessarily. They are 3-8. We are 6-5. So,
I don't know.
man, what the hell do you know about football?
Well, I won the football pool at work just by guessing who would win the next day. I just
Yeah,
like
I did one of those too. You had to guess. You had to guess what the score was going to be per quarter, and I won 3 of the quarters because the score never changed.
no, they would give you a choice of teams, right? And I would just look at it, and one of them would stick out to me more than the other one, like a psychic vision, and I would say, okay, that one. And then the next day I'd be right. And I got my manager mad because he wanted to win that shit. And he knows all about football. That's all he thinks and talks about. And he was fucking pissed at me because I won. $230, I think it was.
Yeah, mine was about that too.
we're talking
Something like that.
sports.
Huh?
I've never liked sports, really.
Me either, because I always thought it was a weak excuse for war. You know, it's just like play war. You know,
Football is war. How?
what? Well, like football is war because you're fighting over territory, and you have your soldiers assembled
No,
on the
you're not
field.
fighting over any territory. You're trying to score. You're trying
No,
to
you're
get your
by
ball.
scoring.
Trying to
You
get the
score.
ball into the end zone. It doesn't have anything to do with territory.
Yes, it does. Yards. You try to gain yards every freaking play.
But that's not territory.
Yes, it is. What is it then? If it's not territory,
Oh,
Territory. Yards.
welcome to the stage, ladies and gentlemen. Untrackable.
Hey, Untrackable. How you doing?
Yeah.
Hey,
What's
happy
up, bro?
Sunday. Happy Sunday. Good to see
Happy
everybody.
belated Thanksgiving, man.
Oh yeah, happy belated. How was it for you?
The turkey was moist. I didn't eat a lot, but I ate enough, and it was real good. My cousins were over, my aunt and uncle, and we had a good time. Nobody, fought or anything, so
That's always a good thing.
it worked.
Good.
I
Good.
did not. I did not do anything on Thanksgiving except sit here.
And ate chicken noodle soup
I
with
did.
no water in it.
No, I didn't even have chicken noodle soup. I had a what did I eat? I can't even remember.
Oh man, I ate so much of the pre-meal that it was just like I just got one scoop of everything once the big.
Yeah, the appetizers.
Yeah, it's easy to overeat on Thanksgiving. Really
Yeah.
easy.
Well,
And I got
Everything was so good. You got to have all of
I
it.
can't overeat. No gallbladder.
I got hammered
I don't
too,
have a
and
gallbladder either.
I didn't go to bed till like 4 in the morning, and I had to be at work at 7.
oh
No,
no.
your gallbladder is another one of those pretty much useless organs. Kind of like your
No,
appendix.
no, not this.
The only thing it does is send
was a
bile
mistake.
into your stomach to break up food. Your stomach already does that. So it doesn't need
Yeah, but
the gallbladder to do that for it.
don't you know about the
Talking like that, you don't
gallbladder
you don't
sends
need a
out
stomach
a
either
signal.
because you got teeth. The teeth break it up.
Just
send
no,
it-
the
Send it
gallbladder
straight to
sends a
the
signal
rectum, you know what I'm saying?
No.
for the intestines to digest after, and it loads bile
It
into the
sends
system.
bile into your stomach to break up the
So
food so you can digest it.
it's
But your
part of
stomach
the
already does that.
cycle. It's part of the cycle, and it's getting
When
interrupted.
you get your
when you don't
gallbladder
have
taken
it.
out, your stomach has to
The
do the work
liver
for
can
it.
take over that function, but it doesn't mean that it's gonna.
Yeah, who needs a
But
liver
losing
anyway?
your gallbladder makes no difference in your
No,
life.
you need your liver. Your liver is your cleanser.
Yeah, but if you lose your
And it's
gallbladder,
like-
it's not a big deal
it's
to your
the-
body. Your
the
body is not
liver-
gonna affect anything. It's
The
not gonna
liver's
when you
kind
lose.
of like the brains. It's like the relay center or some shit. Like the
No, I'm
liver is
saying
very
that the
important.
Gallbladder is not important. It's not going
The
to
liver
affect
is
you.
the only organ that can grow if it. Yeah, it can
Leslie.
replace a piece of it off of it.
All I'm saying is that the gallbladder is not important. It's not going to affect your life by losing it. By
In
taking
your
it
case,
removed.
but I've had a different experience. I'll tell you.
It can get removed, right?
Same,
And you still
yeah,
do
you can
okay?
be- same with your
I'm
appendix.
still
It's
here.
useless. It's literally useless. The only function the gallbladder has.
No.
Stop interrupting me! God damn it!
Because it's not true. That's what the doctors say. But my experience
and the
is
doctors don't know a damn thing about anything.
I mean, you can
My
live without your
experience
legs, but they do
differs.
something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the gallbladder doesn't. The only thing the gallbladder does is send bile into your stomach to break up the food that you've just swallowed. That's all it does. But when you lose your gallbladder, your stomach takes over and does the things that the gallbladder used to. It's no different. Your
What?
body doesn't change.
No,
Nothing happens. There's
How would you
no-
know that? You
it's-
don't even eat real
I've
food.
had
How do you
I've
know?
had my
That's
gallbladder removed.
But you don't even eat real food. How do you know if it works or not? Eating stuff.
yeah, your food doesn't even have any vitamins and it's dead. Completely.
In the microwave.
It's like you're, well, everybody
Oh,
eats.
God.
Oh, man.
Eating. I will say that.
All I know is I'm going to eat meat tonight, and all my vegetarian friends are going to be left out of that pleasure.
You gonna nuke it?
No. It's cooking in the oven like it should be. And I'm going to put
Good.
herbs on it, herbs and all kinds of shit, spices maybe, and it's going to be good, hopefully.
Are you gonna stuff it like those butterball turkeys?
No. Although my mom made stuffing for Thanksgiving, and it was fucking the bomb, dude. It was really good. It just had so much flavor in it. I don't know what she put in it, but I think she put like some kind of chicken stock in it, and onions and rosemary and all this herbs and stuff. It was fucking dead on, man.
Thank you, Blood
Oh, yeah.
Rose. Thank you, Miss Thang.
Well, I'm glad I have a gallbladder because I'm probably going to sell it on Amazon.
Well, you wouldn't ever want it to.
Oh,
Get-
jeez.
I hope you don't ever get gallstones because it's those hurt like hell.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
I had a
why
gallstone.
mine's
I had a
gone.
gallstone stuck in the neck of my gallbladder, and it wouldn't. It
Wouldn't
couldn't
come through.
move. They had
Yeah.
me
Well, we
turning
don't
over.
really
And
gotta talk about it. I mean, I had many, but you know.
many
Is
what?
that is your gallbladder your
So-
retirement plan?
Yeah, $200 I could get for it.
Let's
Probably.
retire the body functions.
If you had one gallstone, they would take your gallbladder out.
No, I had a ton of them. I don't know how many.
And they
What
took.
caused-
Did they take your gallbladder out?
She counted 20 just in the middle line.
Oh my God.
The line. There's no
And then there
middle
was
line. There's a one line that goes into your gallbladder and one that goes out. There's no middle.
I'm like, oh my God, it's the worst pain ever.
What,
Yeah,
what
I've,
causes that, you know? What causes stones or shit like that? I heard
I
it
have
was
no
from
idea.
vitamins, like buildup of minerals, like if you take a lot of vitamins and minerals.
I don't take any vitamins.
Well, it's a
Dehydration.
deficiency of some sort.
Well, Google is our friend.
You know, just like you have a strong immune system or a weak one, or maybe, you know, it'll just be like allergies or whatever.
Gallstones form when there's an imbalance in the chemical composition of bile in the gallbladder. So when your gallbladder is the chemical composition of the bile changes, it makes gallstones.
Yeah, well, drinking castor oil every spring sure didn't help me.
That was an old thing that they would make you do. They would make you do that in the old days. They'd make you drink fucking castor oil.
It just makes you.
That's
Yeah,
way back,
it's-
way back. That's even before my time because I've never been told to drink castor oil for anything.
Oh,
You
gee,
can-
thanks.
You can lube from the outside or you can do it from the inside. The choice is yours.
Well, my uncle used to give his dog peanut oil to help his digestive system or whatnot, and yet they say that that's bad for people. Like if you use it to fry in, they say that it gives you cancer or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh,
Coconut
You know,
oil does wonders.
What?
I think life gives you cancer. If you're
Yeah.
alive, you're gonna get cancer.
If you live longer than 20 years, you've already passed the limit, really, of what God intended.
Yeah.
Hey, Unfreak Trackable. I've seen you at Jack's, OTWs. I'm like, oh my. Whoa.
I've been everywhere, man. I have a good time. You know what I'm saying?
I've been everywhere, man.
That's
They
how I live my
always
life.
talk shit when you go away, man. Or when
I,
you're there.
I don't like Jack Talcott too much because he's
I
every
remember
time
when
I
intelligent.
man.
when I had my gallstones and I had to go into the
Mm.
hospital. The friend drove me to the hospital, and when we got there, it was packed. I mean, emergency room was packed, and I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna be here for a long time. And he goes, well, let's go to another hospital. I go, no, let's just go here. I'll get us in. Watch me. So he goes in, grabs a wheelchair, wheels me in there, and I just start dropping F bombs like they are going out of style. I start going, fuck, shit, hell, damn it, fuck. I mean, I was going yelling it, and they got me in the back real quick.
Well, I cut my finger one time when I was when I was cleaning my sword, and it was a bad cut, and I was bleeding pretty bad, and I went to the emergency room, and it was crowded as fuck, and I thought I'm going to be here for the next 2
Yeah.
days, and then they brought me right in because I was bleeding, you know.
Yeah. Well, you could always, if you think you're going to be there for a long time, just start dropping the F bomb.
No, I didn't do that.
They
But
will get you in, especially if it's a Catholic hospital.
I'm very polite, but it's only when people
They
start
will
saying
get you
bad
in the
shit.
back so fast and get you into some major drugs.
Hey, so that's kind of the key to it. Like, it doesn't matter what you go to the emergency room. Just take a knife to your finger, and you'll get right in.
That's it.
Or
And,
Hey,
start dropping the F bombs, or drop F
I
bombs
want
and get right in
it
real quick.
out, not in. So I healed my body because I didn't want a DNC. So I wanted to
what's a
get
D?
out of there.
What's a DNC?
They scrape your.
Yeah, that's only if you've had an
They
abortion
scrape-
or a child.
Well, the
Not a
natural
gallbladder.
abortion, yeah.
It's only if you had an abortion or a child.
Yeah, it. Well,
Is it
I
like a
was in there because of a miscarriage.
is it like a hysterectomy?
No, it's just they scrape the whatever is left, like
They scrape the
from
lining to clean it.
scrape
Yeah.
the lining of
uterus,
your uterus. Yeah,
No.
So you don't get an infection supposedly, but
yeah,
man,
but I don't know where that came from because we weren't talking about that at all.
I know.
That was weird.
We were talking about being in the hospital. I went
don't
to the
even have
hospital
to.
myself.
No, we were talking about
That
going
was
into the emergency room
I
to
ain't
get
got no
out.
how to get into the emergency room faster. That's what we were talking about.
Well,
Why
the other
would
day,
you?
I was at a stoplight. I was at a stoplight the other day, and this woman runs up to me and she says, "Sir, can your car get me to the hospital quick?" And I said, "Sure." And then I ran her over.
That's funny.
My
That's
ex-boyfriend kept running me over.
What?
Kind of.
He kept running
That's
you
what
over more than once?
Well, I would be stepping in the car. I'd have one foot in there, and he'd go, and the door was open, and it would
and you were
knock
with him.
me
Why?
down.
So why were you with
It
this
would
guy?
knock me down or like hit me, you know.
Again, why were you with this guy? For anything.
Well, it wasn't like all the time, but
Oh, it's
it
only
would
once in a
happen.
while that he would abuse you like that, and that's okay. Okay, I got it.
Well,
can be
he
abused.
wasn't intentionally trying. He's just stupid.
Again, why were you with this guy?
Well, my ex-girlfriend was so ugly, I used to make her ride in the
If he was
trunk.
that dumb, I wouldn't be with him. because our intelligent level would be.
Well, he got gone. Don't worry about that.
I don't like being seen with my ex-girlfriend, so I made her ride in the trunk.
Now that's mean.
Yeah, when you get to the valet parking, you tell them open the trunk, and then she comes out.
And then the ballet park guy would be like, "Oh shit!"
Now that's pimping when you could get a woman to do that.
Well, I've always had the idea that I could help improve another just by being around them.
What made you think that?
Well, I'll tell you, you improve this stream when you come around. So I like
Thank
having
you.
you here. I like having you here.
Cool.
And I know what you're talking about sometimes, and other people don't. Which it's interesting that you have the perspective that you do, because a lot of people don't know what we're both aware of.
I think that's very important too, because not necessarily thinking I'm gonna make your day better, but being around people, and y'all are people, makes my day better. And hopefully, if you're and I'm here and we're doing the
Being
same thing,
around positive
we could
people.
talk about anything, and I hopefully make each other's days better. So thank you for that.
There you go.
Yes, I try. I don't have to try. I just be in that state where I am totally connected to origin.
What do you think origin is? Just the source?
Well, it's that, but it's also self because I remembered how I came into existence. That's how expanded I was able to get my awareness consciousness state.
I have a memory of before my birth where I had 3 scenarios to choose from, and one of them scared me because they said it was going to be easy at the beginning but hard at the end. Another one said it was going to be hard at the beginning but easy at the end. And the third one was such a bad situation I didn't even consider it. And I picked the one that was going to be easy at the beginning and hard at the end. And my life has turned out to be exactly like that.
Hard at the end?
Hard at the end, yeah. That was the one I chose because I was, as a soul, standing there confronted with these 3 choices. I was scared of the one that was hard at the beginning. I was like, well, I'm not ready for that.
Now say that's what's...
I don't have that memory.
My mind is in the gutter. Sorry.
I don't have that memory, but I'm pretty sure I chose hard.
Chose what? Hard at the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because things are easy
hard
now.
at the end? That's what she's supposed to say.
No, I am. I remember also there was a guy. There was like none of these beings that were there had faces, but they were like these tall beings, and they just were communicating to me without words. And they told me I had to drink out of this freaking like thing, this little waterway that was going through the room. And they told me I had to drink from it so that I would forget everything. And I was like, well, I'm not doing that. And they were like, well, you have to. And I did it eventually. But I didn't forget everything like I'm supposed to. And that's why I'm telling you this story right now, because I didn't forget everything. And it was just fucking bizarre. There was a guy sitting behind a desk with no face, It was all just very vague. This netherworld.
Netherworld.
It was strange. It was like the color, when you close your eyes and you see like that reddish, brownish color, like I don't know what they call that. Sepia. That's what it looked like. Everything looked like sepia tone.
Memories, your pictures that you see can be viewed by others, like our adversaries, and they can manipulate what they do. This is all about deception,
You are
manipulation,
roboting,
and
Leslie.
control.
You're roboting.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot.
It's that Michigan internet.
This place, how is it now?
Better.
Better.
I talk right to it.
There you go.
This place is a place of deception, manipulation, and control. That's how the system's set up, and it works perfectly. And they
Well,
two are in
fucked now.
control.
Our system is totally fucked now.
Can what?
Our system is
Isn't it?
totally fucked now. Well, it will be as
Oh.
of January 20th. It'll be completely fucked up.
It's like 1999, like
No, no, no.
1,000
It's like
times.
1933. It's like
There
1933
is
Germany.
really all
what
they
it's gonna
do
be
is
like
make
after
up
the 20th.
history. They just make up history, it's all fake.
There was no Holocaust, Silver.
Oh my God.
I'm
Yeah, and I didn't
saying
look it, but I have it.
whether it was or wasn't, what difference does it make? History repeats itself is the same, right? Well, that's true.
Exactly. And after January 20th, it's going to be just the same as 1933 Germany.
I don't know about that, but
I would say go ahead and fatten
He's already
yourself up.
starting to implement Project 2025. Have you read that?
no, I have
I
not.
would say fatten yourself up so that way you can
wanna
survive
read
the thing.
Because
Know what
he's
I'm saying?
already starting to implement it, and you might want to read it. And
Your life isn't going to
You'll
change
just care.
that much. I don't think Donald Trump cares too much about LGBTQ. He's really bent over backwards for them in a way.
that's not what it says in Project 2025.
Yeah, that doesn't mean
In
anything
Project
will
2025,
happen.
it's going to be illegal to be
Just
gay.
because they pass a bill doesn't mean it's going to happen or whatever. It's like there's such a thing as common sense that comes into the picture.
Trump doesn't have any common sense.
But he doesn't control everything. He's not the
thinks he
dictator
does.
of the world.
He thinks he is.
Yeah, he would like to be, I'm sure, but he's not.
Yeah, he's already said that. He said he wanted to be a dictator. Only for one day, though.
Hey,
I wanna be-
politicians are
You
a
can do
bunch
a
of
lot of damage in one day being a dictator.
I want to be a
politicians
dictator.
happy cunts, I swear to God.
And he's already filling his cabinet with people that are going to kiss his ass on a regular basis.
I'm a dictator tot. I'm the lord of my stream.
Me too.
Put me in the cage, sir. I have more fun there.
I'll put you backstage. You better watch it, buddy.
Cheers.
Silver, are your nails black?
No, they're blue.
Oh, all right. Oh, yeah, they are blue. Look at the size of. How do you type with those things?
Mine are long and thick.
I use my nails to type.
Oh, wow. Oh, somebody else just went live. Who is it? Is it the slot machine guy, or is it Rada or Brett or ASMR? Let me see.
It's the black tape
I didn't
project.
finish.
We'll finish.
I was gonna say when I remembered how I came into existence, that there wasn't any creation involved. It's just the source field, and the source field is eternal life force energy, and out of all of the personas, all that has to happen is for all the characteristics to align of a being, and then once aware of self-awareness, then you come into existence.
So you're saying that we are all personalities, separate personalities of one being. But once they all come together and form that one being, everything will be complete.
Well, there's groupings of the set of the two basic personas of that grouping. And then there's other variations that follow. So once the basic self realizes and comes into existence, it's done in pairs, male and female. And then from there, it expands out.
So would you say that?
But get this.
Would you say that it's separation for the sake of reuniting and unity?
No, it's they're individualized because there is no other that is the same. All, like 100%. There's variations.
Well, I don't know what you mean at that point.
Personas, personality. They're all like
aspects of the one, aspects of the source,
a
maybe
little bit different than the others, right? So every one of them is unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how do we? What happens? What's the point of all of the uniqueness? Why are we doing this? I mean, what is this just so that the source can figure out?
That's just the way. See, there's also a connection with all of them, and that's through the soul of each. And it's consciousness. Their consciousness is shared as well because they're all telepathic.
I smoke weed, but damn.
Telepathic. Who's telepathic?
I have dreams where I know everybody there. They're all my friends, and I sometimes know their names, but I don't know who the fuck I am in the dream. I'm somebody else in a different world with different friends, and I'm living for the moment in the dream. I'm living that life as someone else. So who's to say that we? Who's to say that we?
I was having a dream. I was remembering, and my soul group is around me ever since I did my alignment with Origin.
That sounds cool.
Mrs. Diamond, do you find something funny?
Chat.
I know, I see it. But here's the question. Has anyone here
What's
ever
going
had
on in chat?
Has anyone here ever had a Christmas goose?
No.
It's supposed to be
Never had goose.
According to all the old tales, it's supposed to be what you do at Christmas. Why has none of us had a goose?
Because we already have turkey at Thanksgiving. Nobody wants to eat bird twice.
Okay, but what are you supposed to have at Christmas then?
Ham.
Yeah, we do a ham.
Oh.
Yeah. Ham.
Yeah, that's what we do too. Now that
honey baked ham.
What is zooted?
I like.
What is zooted?
It means
I like
you're
food
messed up.
around people. We could have cheeseburgers for all I care. But
I know, right? I like cheeseburgers.
Oh, great! His name is Nerd.
I mean,
yeah, that's every Christmas dinner I've ever gone to, they've done ham.
We could have fried chicken. I don't care. Let's get together and hang out. You know what I'm saying? Be family for at least a day.
I want fried chicken, but the problem is I have to make it to get it. No one else is going to do it for me, so it's like fucking too much work in a way.
Screw that. Go to Bojangles. Get buckets, dump it in a bowl, and put it in the middle of the table. It'll be amazing.
There's no such thing as a Bojangles where I live.
Okay.
Yeah, we
There's
don't have a
Kentucky
Bojangles
Fried
here
Chicken.
either.
That's all. Kentucky Fried Chicken.
What is Bojangles? What is that?
It's a chain of chicken restaurants, I believe.
Oh, we don't
Yes.
have that here.
Hey, my
We don't have
my
anything in Oregon.
my mom's side of the family comes from Kentucky, and after
Yeah.
church on Sunday when we would visit my grandparents, Dad would take us to Bojangles, not Kentucky Fried Chicken, and this is in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck the
no.
Colonel.
The only thing we have here, the only thing for chicken we have here is Kentucky Fried Chicken. We don't have Popeyes. We don't have anybody else.
So you have no black people then, if there's no Popeyes.
You know, do you know the owner of Popeyes is a white woman?
Maybe, but black people like Popeyes.
What does it have to do with-
Every commercial is that lady saying,
And
"Come
that's
on
not
down
the
to
owner.
Popeyes, honey.
She's
We got the
just
sweet
an actor.
Louisiana chicken. We got the
She's
new
just an
honey mustard.
actor.
We got the new honey mustard."
How in the
fucking-
world did you get on
They
this?
hired a black woman because they're racist as fuck and they think that all black people like fried chicken. So they figured they'd better get a black woman to advertise their chicken.
All right, but
They're racist as fuck.
No man.
listen, I have a Popeyes commercial that I want to show you guys in a minute. But keep talking because it's going to take me a while to find it here. I may not find it at all, actually.
If you were self-aware, could experience love itself.
I mean, I think you gotta love yourself before you can love anybody else, and I love you guys. So,
Well, we love you too.
True. We love you too, Untrackable. Absolutely.
There you go.
Okay,
If you can't love yourself, how the hell can you love anyone else? That's
here
it.
we go. This is the Popeyes commercial I wanted you guys to see. It shows you what Popeyes is really all about.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have
This-
Bojangles,
Yeah.
churches, or Popeyes, just KFC.
All right,
Sad.
You can't get into higher unless you are aligned with love itself.
All right, everybody. This is only 24 seconds, so please just pay
Okay.
attention to that long.
Okie
And
dokie.
I don't know how to make it large screen all of a sudden, but here we go.
Right there. There you go. Oh, hell no.
This Popeye's chicken sandwich gets so crunchy, juicy, and tasty. We make everything with love. Get it today and make your taste buds dance. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
We
That's
make
like a Waffle
everything.
House. That's
We
like a
make
Waffle House.
everything. He says, we make everything with love. And she's beating the shit out of this guy with a baseball bat.
Well, no, she wasn't beating him. She was.
Yes, she
Hey,
was.
She was
when they came
tapping
out with
and hit him
when they came
hard.
out with the new, that new chicken sandwich that they advertised, Popeyes
Oh, yeah.
around here, some of them had to close
Yes,
down,
Black Rose, I do.
and people actually got murdered over these over a goddamn chicken sandwich. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I believe it.
Oh my God.
I believe it.
Over a chicken sandwich.
Well, it must have been a goddamn good sandwich, though. Right? I doubt
Oh,
it. Probably just a fried piece of shit that they
I don't
wrapped
know.
up and said, "Here, happy Popeyes Day."
I've got some experience in the food world, and all the food for all the restaurants comes from basically the same warehouses. It's about what level of stuff you want to get. Some chains have their own, and that's how they keep it like that. But the majority of places all get their food from the same distribution centers. It's just about, do you want the minimum price stuff, the medium price stuff or the high price stuff, and then you get it, but then they do their thing to it, and that might be the signature on it, but it all comes from the same fucking place.
Yeah, distributors, you know.
Yeah.
So
So hey,
so does
hey,
McDonald's.
there's people shooting at Popeyes. Let's go to Chick-fil-A. You know what I'm saying? It's the same fucking thing.
We don't have a Chick-fil-A here.
I've been there once. I don't like it. I don't
We
like chicken.
literally have nothing here. I mean,
I went
it's
there
just
once and I was like,
amazing.
I'll never go again. I don't like Chick-fil-A. Their fries, they have those waffle
And they're
fries.
homophobic.
They had waffle fries. They had and the chicken was just like fucking salty as shit. It was so salty I couldn't believe it. I never went back.
Yeah, I wouldn't go there either because they're homophobic.
Well, that's not a reason to not eat food, is it?
Yes, it is.
I'm not going to deny
I'll eat food. I just won't eat food from there.
I'm not going to deny myself food
I'm not
just
gonna give them
because.
business.
I mean, Disney was anti-Semitic. Have you never gone to Disney?
I've only
I
been to
would
Disney
say
when I was
this.
a little kid.
Well, you're
the
anti-Semitic.
leaders that
I was
have
a
all
little kid. I didn't have a choice.
You hate Jews.
the
I
leaders
was a
that have
little kid. I didn't have a choice.
they make statements,
Now I
right?
have a choice, and I don't go to Disney.
God, you're like a Nazi. Where's your uniform?
The leaders that have the money, they make statements, and it makes the whole company look bad. But the people that work there, they're just people just like us, and I like their sandwiches, so I'm not gonna stop going there.
Right. Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. I can't be aligned with every goddamn political thing that's going on because number one, I'm not aware of everything, and number two, some of them don't apply to me. Like I'm not gay, so what do I care about gay rights?
I don't go to Wendy's for a stupid reason, but I still don't go.
Well, Wendy's is good.
Whether my reason is stupid or not, it's still valid in my brain, so I don't go there.
Is it because Wendy is a white girl with red freckles and ginger hair?
Has nothing to do with that.
I'm not a
It has to
people.
do with the fact that they put square hamburgers on a round bun. I won't eat that. That's ridiculous.
Well, I got a thing too, so I'm gonna go.
I told you my reason was stupid, but because of that reason, I won't eat it at Wendy's.
Wow.
I got a thing for pigtails, so I'm gonna keep going to Wendy's. You feel me?
They used to have a spicy chicken sandwich that I thought was pretty good. It was actually spicy, unlike all the other tamed American shit. When it says hot and it's not even close to being hot, and that's like the best you can get. It's Americans don't like hot, spicy stuff.
I don't like spicy stuff. The only spice I can take is Chinese hot mustard. That's the only wasabi. That's the only kind of spice I can take. I can't take I can't even have mild salsa. I don't.
If there's going to be a single offering of or not, I think that hot should be reasonable for anybody that understands the word hot. It should be hot enough to make a difference, but it shouldn't kill the person that's just basic hot. But when you go and they've got 5 levels of hot, that's when you kind of got to and get what you want.
Who's that? Who's giving me the finger? I just want to know who's that.
Hi, Dory.
Where?
What's your name? What's your name?
Which?
I can't read the names. It's too small.
Leslie. She's not giving
words.
Leslie, Silver.
I'm receiving a finger. It's great.
No fingers. So nobody's giving you the finger.
I'm joking. Do you ever laugh about anything, or is Wendy too hardcore? Seriously.
You didn't sound
like Canada. We like to laugh.
Okay.
Silver, I thought you knew Dory from your stream. Isn't that where I met you, Dory?
Yeah, but she doesn't know me from on panel. She's never seen me on panel.
Oh, okay.
Just in the chat.
Are
She
you
doesn't know how outrageous I can be.
Are you Dory the Explorer? Is that what?
No. No, there is one.
That
No,
would be
honestly, I
Dora.
have her. I subbed to her, Dora the Explorer. She's from England. Her YouTube channel. It's so funny. I'm like, really? Okay. She subbed up to me first. I didn't know who she was, and then
Nice.
I see her in my chat. I'm going. I've got Dora the Explorer in my chat.
That's
Fantastic.
funny.
I
Well,
know.
it's nice to meet you, Dory.
Yeah,
What's your name? I can't read any of the names.
that's untrackable. He's a friend
Untrackable.
from a
Okay,
while.
untrackable.
He's been around here for a while now, so he's a buddy.
Yeah, I recognize him, but I can't read the chat when I'm in the. That's why I don't go on a lot of panels anymore, because on my phone I can't read the chat. I don't know what's going on.
You know, people talk about like spicy stuff. Like in the chat, it says, you know, I like spicy stuff, but it don't like me. Like I never got heartburn or anything from it, but there is some spicy things that burn just as much on the way out as they do on the way in, right? But I used to have this sauce. I had a
Just in our
sauce.
city, that's why all that baby oil exists.
No, I had a sauce called Ultra
Demand
Blair's
sauce?
Blair's Ultra Death hot sauce.
Oh,
And
that sounds delicious.
that shit was hot as fuck. It had Naga Jalokia in it, but it didn't burn.
What?
On the way out.
Not just what? What'd you
Naga
say?
Jalokia is currently the second hottest pepper in the world. It's from
Ah,
India.
What's the first?
It means like the ghost pepper. That's what they call it.
Yeah, ghost pepper.
So the ghost pepper is the number one
No, it's the second.
It's the
The
same
number
thing.
one
It's
now
just
is
a
the
nickname.
Carolina Reaper.
of the Carolina Reaper.
Yep, that's
I
number
don't eat
one.
it. I don't eat spice like that.
Oh, it would send you to the hospital because I've seen some brave
Oh.
motherfuckers get fucking
I mean,
scared.
I,
After they
I die when I get mild salsa. I mean, that I can't even take that, but I can take
I-
hot mustard.
I like the basic buffalo sauce and sometimes sriracha, but
Yeah.
you get beyond that. I don't do challenges when it comes to my insides. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no,
You know
no
why
one.
people like that
Buffalo
buffalo
wings.
sauce? Because it's half butter. The other half is pepper, but it's half butter. That's why everyone likes it. The buffalo sauce.
It's
I
half
don't
butter.
like any of it.
Yeah, it's
Buffalo
half
wings.
butter.
Mm.
Just so you know.
It's
Ghost
like
pepper
butter.
cheese curds.
That
Ghost
sounds
pepper cheese
delicious.
curds?
That sounds delicious. That sounds
No,
like
that sounds awful.
that sounds Canadian because they use cheese curds in the poutine or whatever.
Yeah, that's Canadian, I'm
I don't know
sure.
if Merritt is Canadian or not, but
Chili has to be really hot. I don't know. I like it, but boy, pay for it after.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Wait,
Canadian hamburger places. White spot.
What's
What?
that?
you can't handle
Canadian
Thai
hamburger
hot.
places.
I don't know if I can
A&W.
handle Thai hot or not.
Dairy Queen. These are all Canadian places that are now in the United States.
Dairy
I
Queen.
hate
We've had Dairy Queen. We've got a Dairy Queen in my town, which is
I hate them.
crazy.
Of all things to have, you had to have that.
What, Dairy
Yeah,
Queen?
Dairy Queen.
Yeah, I
Dairy
don't like
Queen.
them. Their fucking bacon
I don't
is
like
like, you know how Jacob was saying you could buy like the good stuff or the bad stuff from the distributor? Well, Dairy Queen buys the cheapest fucking bacon they can get their hands on, and that's why
I
I
don't
hate
eat
it.
their hamburgers. I eat the blizzards.
Just don't order the bacon. Don't order bacon.
But that's
Just get a
part of
Blizzard.
they're always bragging about their hamburgers.
No, they brag about their what you call it?
The
The
Sundays.
blizzards. The blizzards.
Yeah, the blizzards. That's what they're known for.
I go to
Sundays.
Dairy Queen to get a
Right.
peanut butter milkshake. That's the only thing I get at Dairy Queen is a peanut
Well, I
butter
could
milkshake.
see
They use
that.
actual milk instead of cream.
Settings. Check.
It's the best thing ever. That peanut butter milkshake. Oh my god, it's so good.
Have y'all heard of Friendlies?
Yeah, heard of them.
Never
Yeah,
had it.
so when I was in Ohio, you could go inside the Dairy Queen and get the burgers and stuff, but when I was, in North Carolina, it was a walk-up ice cream stand, and that's about what it was. But also when I was in Ohio, Friendlies was killing because they were so much better than Dairy Queen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, but you know, up in Canada, we just have a couple of cities that actually have people in them. So I don't live in Canada anymore. I'm in America, but just saying, it's not that easy even finding fast food in Canada.
Yeah, Friendlies is only in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 states. None on the West Coast. Not a one on the West Coast.
Where Dairy
Connecticut?
Queen?
No, Friendlies. Connecticut,
Oh.
Delaware, Florida, Massachusetts, Maryland, Maine, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, and South Carolina.
So what about the A&W? That was our original, you know, car
We have
drive-in.
A&W. Yeah, we have A&Ws here.
Everywhere though, or just
Never
in
heard of it. Never heard of it.
A&W?
A&W?
Nope.
They
Stop
do
it.
the root
Beer floats ever.
Oh, the root beer. I thought you were talking about like a
A&W, the
restaurant chain
restaurant.
or something.
A&W restaurants. They are.
No, I never knew they had a restaurant. I've just seen the root
Yeah,
beer.
they're like a Sonic, but they're Canadian.
Oh.
Well, the first one here, the first one that was in Oregon was in Beaverton, and I remember they were on roller skates when they would come to your.
Exactly. It's the original
Kind of like
drive-in.
Sonic. Yeah, kind of like Sonic, but not anymore.
I don't want that. That's retarded. They're gonna spill this shit all over me and all over my car on the inside, and I'm gonna be like,
You
"Thanks."
know, the White Spot, they had special trays where you had to open both your windows, and it was a really long tray, and it went right to the other side of your car, so that the passenger and the driver had their food on the same tray.
Oh man!
We have about 20 locations of A&W in Oregon.
Wow.
What I've seen, and I saw it first probably with A&W, is A&W being connected to like a convenience store, like gas station.
Yeah,
But
I've seen that. I've seen it also A&W with a Taco Bell in it. So it's
yeah. So
There's a lot of combos. Like, there's also like in Las Vegas, they have a McDonald's combined with you know, a Del Taco or a Roberto's or something, you know.
yeah, you know, you got the, what is it, the like the red burrito or whatever out west.
Never heard of it.
Around here I see Taco Bell and KFC in the same. I can go in there. I could get Taco Bell, I get KFC, and Pizza Hut, all in the same building. You know what I mean?
Well, you know that Taco Bell and Pizza Hut are both owned by Pepsi, because I used to work for Pepsi, and they own those franchises, and that's why they only serve Pepsi at certain restaurants.
But
Oh,
they're
you know
saving.
what else they put together is Tim Horton and Subway.
But they're saving
Tim
cost
Horton,
on
Dunkin' Donuts
you
and Subway.
it's like if you're really trying to serve a community and you want people to go there and you want them to have a choice, hey, stop having 5 different buildings. Just put them all into one, because it's fast food. You know what I mean?
no, Pepsi does not own Taco Bell.
They don't. They used to.
Says Yum Brands owns Taco Bell along with Pizza Hut, KFC, and the
Well,
Habit Grill.
I'm talking 1990s, so they used to own them because this dude would fucking bring them syrup all the time for their soda machines.
No, see, it says Pepsi started its restaurant business in 1977 when it acquired Pizza Hut. In 1978, PepsiCo purchased Taco Bell from founder Glenn Bell. PepsiCo also acquired KFC in 1986. But they do not no longer own.
Yeah, that's it. KFC. Maybe I meant KFC. I'm sorry.
Hey, Zach,
I remember KFC.
I understand the beverage distribution stuff, and the contracts are very real. And like, you don't get Pepsi at McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? And when these companies make contracts with each other, that's like that age old thing when you go into a restaurant and you're like, what would you like to drink? And you're like, depending on where you are, I'll have a Coke.
Right.
And they say, well, we have Pepsi. and people will be like, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Or, some people say the soda or the cola or whatever.
If somebody says Pepsi to me, I say, sorry, no thanks. I don't
By the
want
way,
it.
how did we lose Leslie?
I don't know. She just dropped.
Hmm. Remember the skit they did on Saturday Night Live?
You're
Where
gonna
he
lose
says,
me too because
no
Oh,
Pepsi, Coke or whatever. No Coke,
yeah, he
Pepsi.
did. He had 2 Coke. Well, 1 hamburger, 1 Coke. One hamburger, 1 Coke. That's what he used to say, I think.
Hey, that guy. Hey, Ricardo.
Yeah, it's John
No
Belushi.
Pepsi Coke. Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. I remember that as a little kid watching that live on TV, And he did the samurai barber and samurai whatever, everything was samurai. That was cool as shit to me.
Okay. I gotta go.
Why? What happened?
Nothing happened. I gotta go because I gotta go to the store. I gotta get some shopping done before I don't want to do it anymore.
Was it something I said?
No, nothing. I seriously want to go shopping before I decide I don't want to do it anymore.
Okay.
Because I hate shopping, so it's really
I
easy
can
for me to
relate to
talk
that.
myself out.
What is it? It's 11:22 there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a good time to go because you might miss the early lunch rush.
No, I just got to make sure that I stop talking myself out of going shopping because I hate shopping. So
Yeah. Well, eat an edible. Hey, eat an edible and go shopping. That'll make it
No,
easier.
not a good
yeah,
idea.
then I'll buy all the
No,
candy.
no.
I'll buy all the munchie food. I won't get real food.
Come on.
Hey, Henry, it was good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah,
too,
good to see you, Sylvia.
Nice to meet you.
Bye, Dory. Bye, Leslie, wherever you are.
She left. She left us without a good. She did an Irish goodbye, they call it. I've been accused of doing that, where you just disappear, man, without saying goodbye.
I've done that on my own panels. Just set it right down. Boom, you're gone. We're all gone.
Well, I was at my friend's house one night, and I went to the bathroom, and I climbed out the bathroom window and pushed my car out of the driveway and took off. And 45
you
minutes.
Push your car out of the driveway. That's awesome. I'm talking about sneaking away.
Yeah, they wouldn't hear me start the car up or anything. And then they're knocking on the door of the bathroom, and they open it up, and the window's open, and I'm gone.
What was that movie called?
Huh?
We all have our moments.
There was a movie like that where some girls went into the bathroom to escape.
I don't know.
Maybe it was I forget the name of it. It might have been British, but I think it was American, where they were like in the witness protection plan, these 2 girls, and they saw the guys, so they ran into the bathroom and they went out the window. So the guys finally realized that, oh yeah, that was them. And but it was a TV series, I think. The whole series is about them being in witness protection, but still having to run away from the bad guys that they were testifying against before they get killed. It was hilarious.
Was it meant to be funny?
Yeah, it's a comedy.
Hey, that's
Okay.
cool. I appreciate that. Yeah. See what he
I
said?
wish I could remember the name, but because it had something to do with the witness protection program. The title of the series was something like that, like a takeoff of that, spin off of that.
Because I mean, I can relate. I'm in the witness protection program, yet I keep showing my face up.
Or like Henry
really?
Hill. That's how you look just like Henry Hill did when he was on Phil Donahue. That's what he looked like. I swear.
He had a beard like that.
My friend's cousin was married to Henry Hill.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, if you can't tell, this is glued on. Like I shaved my ass and I glued it to my face.
So was Henry's. Henry's was a fake beard also. It was funny.
So that's me.
I used to listen
Back
to him
in
on
the early
the
80s or
Howard Stern
something.
show. The Howard
Who?
Stern show used to have him as a guest.
Oh, did he come on there?
Oh yeah, Henry Hill. He was a guest on the Stern show all the time.
Was it before or after?
After.
After. Okay. Because he said on the Donahue show, Phil said, "So what's it like?" And he says, "I hate it. I've never been so bored in my life." They had him in like Snohomish County, Washington State or something, out in the country.
Yeah.
So he went back. His wife wouldn't come with him. His wife and kids, they said, "Hell no, we're staying in New York."
Yeah, I think he talked about that at one point.
Yeah, that's why he went back, because he didn't want to be alone.
Well, once you're in the mob and have an exciting life where every day is something new, it's tough to get used to regular life, as a nobody.
Well, plus he did miss his family, right?
Yeah.
His own family, his wife and kids. So there's that.
Yeah. So there's a lot of boredom involved.
But I think at first he probably needed to be in there, and then later on it was probably all right.
I would say life is long, especially when you're the one killing people. You know what I mean?
Well, it's not as long as you want, because the older you get, you start thinking about death and shit, and you start thinking about what you've done, and it could weigh on you. The ghosts of the past.
It's not just that, like the people that went to jail, that he testified, that's how he got out of everything. They are also in the mob, and they have friends and family, and they could have put all kinds of hits out on him because he didn't have to go to jail.
Yeah, he was a snitch, basically, in a way.
Yeah, he told everyone who did what, and he got out of it. It was kind of like the Karla Hamilton of the mob.
The who?
He doesn't know what I'm talking about. It's another Canadian thing.
Karla
Hey,
Hamilton.
I would put it like that whole snitch thing. If I'm working for you and you treat me like family and you have me go do the dirtiest of things, and then when my head's on the line, yeah, I'm telling on you.
Yeah, because you know why? He took the hit the first time. He went to prison for them. And then they didn't take care of his family. So he says, screw them. If I get caught again, they're going down. That's it. It's over.
The moment I don't work for you anymore, I can say whatever I want. And you can come after me, but I don't work for you anymore. And all your people are susceptible to hey, you can hire them to come get me, but you're just wasting your money. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because you already hired me to be this thing. And yeah.
They didn't hire him. He was like a 14-year-old orphan, and they took him in. But he because he was Jewish, not Italian, they made him do all the dirty work, all of it.
So when you hire some dirty people to come do something to a dirty person, it's like, good luck. That's all I can say.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look what happened to that actor. What was his name? He hired those two guys from Nigeria, and they told on him. He hired them to beat them up. He was an actor. Remember what was his name?
You're talking about Jussie Smollett, yeah.
Yeah, him.
That asshole.
Bad guys, and they told on him.
He was in court. He was in court, still denying it and telling everybody, like, how he was being wronged and all this shit, and everybody knew that he was lying. Mm-hmm. It was just the denial.
He paid them with a check. How sucky can you be at being dirty than just sign your name? Sign your name. Be like, yeah, I'm being stupid right now. How about that?
He must not have grown up in the hood, He's not street smart.
Mm-mm.
Hey, he thought he was black.
But here the funny thing is that I think he thought he really wasn't doing anything against the law. I think he really thought that, and then when he found out he was, then then he was backpedaling. What to do? He didn't know what to do. He didn't think he was breaking the law.
But we
know
got
what?
enough shit going on. We don't need people making up fucking stories. It's like the same thing with UFOs. It's like you find these hoaxsters, and I say to myself, you motherfucker, it's hard enough to come by good information, and here you are muddying the waters for everybody for no good reason. Like, just stop it. Don't do that. Just for a little attention, they fake everything.
Yeah, everybody wants 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
Well,
But
I
it
mean,
really-
if you look at it, and this is another common statement, is any publicity is good publicity. So, like Miley Cyrus really like laid down the paperwork, where it's like, child star turned adult, and then she flipped the switch, and it's all it was like she's showing her body, and she's getting tattoos, and she's smoking weed and all this stuff, and it's like, yeah, that's what happens when but her thing was, yeah, I don't live my life. What you guys see, it is way different than my life. But guess what? You're looking at me when I do those things.
Hmm. I just want one thing for Christmas, and it's the Taylor Swift guillotine.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
What am I talking about?
I don't follow her. Tell me what you're talking about.
No, I'm just kidding. There's no such thing as a Taylor Swift.
Okay, all I know is she married like a football player, right?
I don't know if she married him, but she's been allegedly banging him. I imagine that goes something like she lays out on the bed like a board, and then he just gets on top of her, does his business or whatever, and then she like says something mean to him and leaves.
I would say he's the lucky one. You know what I mean?
Is
I
he?
think maybe she hires girls for him so she can watch. Maybe she doesn't like doing anything.
I don't know. Why? Why would you think that? Is that your thing? You like that?
No, I never like to watch ever. I'm like, oh no, go away. I don't care how cute you are. Get away.
They said she was a bitch even in high school, and I believe it. She looks like she was. Just thinking she's better than everybody, in my opinion. That's what she kind of strikes me as being,
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people like her that aren't as famous either, though.
Yeah, well, she's not. I don't think she's that talented, and I'll be honest, I've never heard any of her songs, but I don't know how much of her songs she writes. I mean, it's mostly songwriters that write songs.
I thought she wrote all her songs. That's why she was such a crybaby.
I doubt that, but we'll see.
I'm
Maybe
not
she.
I'm not gonna lie. I like Taylor Swift music.
I've never heard it.
I'm not gonna sit here and be a fanboy and shit like that.
Yeah.
You hear about people paying $30,000 to get a ticket. Yeah,
No.
you can go fuck yourself. I'll just pull it up on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a day later. I went to King Diamond and I filmed a large portion of the songs, but problem is I can't put them on YouTube because they come out sideways, and I don't know how to fix that. Does anyone know? It's like vertical versus, horizontal.
You want to be able to edit it to the other way. So it was was it filmed sideways or?
Well, I filmed it with the phone, here, I'll use this with the phone
I'm
like
sure there's a way to do it.
like that instead of like this, I
But
did it like
can you just Google it and see if someone's done a YouTube video on it?
oh, I'm sure I could. I'm just being lazy.
I'm just saying that's probably your best bet. If it's something like that, somebody's done it a video on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean every home repair that I've done myself, I go straight to YouTube and Google, and
Oh,
yeah.
they taught me how to change the headlights in my car, and my neighbor went away and he wanted me to set up a squirrel trap because the squirrels were eating all his tomatoes. And I didn't know how to do that. So I went on YouTube and they told me to put peanut butter inside the trap and all this shit and showed me how to set it up. And I got the squirrel the next day, like YouTube is great for so many things. Even something as simple as these stupid lights I have in my room, if you need to know like something about that, you can pretty much find a YouTube video about it,
Yeah.
There's something for everything. Bass playing, like guitar playing, cooking, obviously. Anything.
Hey, if anybody needs to know how to sit in their garage and drink beer and smoke cigarettes, I'm holler at me. You know what I'm saying?
I need to know that because I don't know how to do it and get away with it.
What do you mean? Are you married?
I live with my children who are grown, and my grandson. I'm sure they'd catch me if it's in the garage.
No, here's what you do. You put a little pint of something in the toilet tank. No one's going to look there. And then that way, you just sneak into the bathroom and take a couple nips and then,
Well, how do you get rid of the empties?
Well, you just hide them in the toilet tank. And then when they go out, for groceries, then you come down and throw them out somewhere.
Put them in the recycle?
Not yours, though. The neighbor. You put them in the neighbor's recycle.
I remember one time my daughter asked a question about, like, where'd this come from? I go, oh, must have been the garbage man left it.
Hey, I'm sure if anybody drinks more than their neighbor does, and they're not gonna fill their can up, all it takes is a handshake. You know what I mean? Be like, hey, do you mind if I put 4 bags in your recycle bin because it's a bunch of cans? You know what I mean?
Sure.
Just walk out with like so many bags you can barely carry them and just dump them in the neighbor's trash.
I guess that's why the canned beer is so popular. Because I wouldn't drink it out of a can beer.
No.
I mean, you can reduce a can to a stomp. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so it
And
takes
they're
up
light. They're not heavy. They're not heavy.
Yeah, but bottles are a pain in the ass because they make a lot of noise, number one. And number two, you could break them and they're just bulkier to bring back. Like you could throw a shitload of cans in a plastic bag and bring them back, but a bunch of bottles in a plastic bag, that doesn't work so well,
Especially when it gets heavy and you start bouncing it against your thigh. If any of those bottles are broken, you're just gonna be stabbing yourself the entire time you're walking it up there.
You walk into the return place and you're just shooting blood out of your leg.
They're like, yeah, I'll take my 50-cent piece, but I also need an ambulance that's gonna cost me like $1,500.
Yeah. Sorry, what are you making for dinner tonight?
I'm having ribs for the 3rd time in a row.
Ooh.
I'm eating them right now.
What kind of ribs?
Pork
ribs, beef ribs, chicken ribs.
The regular ribs, not the little ones, the medium-sized ones.
I make like an Asian version of ribs where you you have to boil the ribs first in like this broth basically that you make of herbs and spices, and then you take them out and then you coat them with sauce and cook them, and they come out tender every time. You just reminded me about that because I got to figure out where the hell that recipe was, because it's been a while since I made that, and it's about time I did it again, right?
Yeah.
It's either that or I want to make curry goat, which I bet you don't want.
I've had curry goat. I'm from Canada.
You like it?
Yeah, it's all right. I prefer jerk though to curry goat,
What is? Oh, the jerk chicken.
but goat instead of chicken because I
Oh,
don't eat chicken much.
Never had that. I never had jerk goat.
Well, I mean, it's not for everyone, right? It's kind of gamey, a little bit gamey, but it's all
I'll
right.
eat. I eat goat. I eat everything that's from the old world, you know, because if it was good enough for them, it's good enough for me. You know, that's my attitude. Like, I didn't think I would ever eat sushi when I was a little kid. I was like, oh my God, raw fish. How could anybody ever do that? Like, fish is disgusting. And then I grew up and now I love sushi, you know?
Yeah, you just didn't like cooked fish. You didn't know that.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Cooked fish is the shit that smells like fish, you know?
Right.
And
Exactly.
nasty.
So if you're Jewish, you're not supposed to eat catfish.
Well, I'm not, but why is that? Because it's
They don't have
not
scales. You have to. Apparently, if you're Jewish, you can only eat fish that have scales on it. That's why they don't eat crustacean.
oh. And oysters, right?
Right. Any kind of mollusk or whatever.
Shellfish, yeah.
Right. But I eat all of it.
Sushi is raw, dude. Most of it. I mean, I don't know what he's saying. Sashimi is just sushi without the rice. It's just
Right.
it's just
And
the fish.
California roll is not sushi. It's just California roll.
Yeah, it's like avocado and fake crab meat.
Yeah, it's a mock sushi for people who can't handle the real thing.
Mm. My friend from Japan, my brother, as he calls me, you know, he had whale sushi and it cost him $100 for one piece.
Wow.
But that's not good, you know. He shouldn't have been.
Yeah, was he in Alaska at the time?
No, he was in Japan.
Yeah, that's not good then. I mean, if you're in Alaska, you can eat whale if you're indigenous.
He's full Japanese, so it's like, you know, there was no qualms in his mind about doing it. But
They also eat dolphin, which is not good.
yeah, yeah, those are intelligent, you know.
Hmm. But if you're indigenous and you live in Alaska, they let you get away with all that. If they're native, it's like if you're a pygmy, you can still kill elephants. It's all right.
Really?
Yeah, because that's one of their traditional dishes is elephant feet.
Well, not only that, I think one of the rites of passage for becoming a hunter is after you kill the elephant, the pygmy literally crawls through the damn thing's body and comes out its asshole. Like, that's what they do.
That does not surprise me.
I've seen it.
Bizarre.
I've seen them do it, man. I've seen a pygmy climb through an elephant and come out the back. And I was like, what are you doing? But I don't know. That's what they do.
It's kind of a physical statement of you're mine now.
Well, yeah, it's like I own you. And they did something else too. They did something with one of the organs. I forget. Maybe they eat a piece of the heart, like the American Indians. I don't know what they did, but
So are they cannibals also, pygmy?
no,
Which are the cannibals then?
I'm not sure.
I thought it might be pygmy.
There's a few, but they're rare. Because if you eat humans, you'll get what's called kuru, and it comes because you're eating the brain. and it's a virus that it infects your brain and makes you crazy and shit and causes a lot of problems. So you really shouldn't eat human brains.
No, I'm not planning on it.
Yeah. Unless you become a zombie, then it's going to be all you think about.
Yeah, maybe. I become a zombie every day sometimes.
Yeah. Someone
I
said about
have
me
to
today.
play with my 7-year-old grandson. He says, "Let's be zombies, Grandma." Okay.
Is
Someone
that
said to me today that they said I proved that it is possible to be asleep with your eyes open.
is
Someone
that
said that
I'm
about
about
me on
to
people.
go. Enjoy your Sunday. Nice to meet you, Dory.
Nice to meet
Thanks,
you.
thanks
Sorry I
for
cut you off
coming.
a little bit there.
No, it's all good. Much love.
Thanks for
Enjoy
coming,
your
brother.
day.
Yeah, you too, man. All right. Well, he's gone.
Who else
I
can I
asked,
scare off? I can't see the chat, so I don't know if anyone said hi or wants me to say hi back or anything.
they said
Hi, chat, everyone in there.
sushi is a good idea, but I don't eat fish. Ricardo said that. That guy said, "Oh, okay. The sushi I get isn't raw." And that's about it. There aren't too many comments, really.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing with sushi not being raw is untrue.
Yeah,
They
it's
still call it sushi in the store here, even though
well, anything that has seasoned rice, like with the rice vinegar mixture that they use to season the rice, that's what sushi is. So if it has that rice in it, it's sushi. So you can have cooked items on top of that rice and call it sushi, but it's not common, you know.
Yeah, I guess the most common thing used to be the smoked eel, and that was why.
Oh, I love that shit. Oh, I
Yeah,
love
I like
eel.
that thing.
Unagi, they call it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But I
I went
guess
to
they
a
said that
restaurant
was
once.
a technicality that they got around. They said, okay, well, we can add all these like American things like avocado and carrots and stuff.
And cucumbers. No, we saw. Well, so we saw. I went to a restaurant one time, and I never went back, and I regret not going back because when I got the eel, they were freaking eels, like they were the real thing, right out of some river. They were blue and green, for Christ's sake.
Hmm.
I don't know what was going on, but they were real, and it was delicious, you know. And I was like, wow, this is the real deal, you know.
Well, they used to have a lot of eels here, but then I guess they got fished away or
Yeah,
something.
they overfished.
Yeah, because I know eel is a big deal in England. They like jellied eel. It's
Oh,
a
really?
delicacy there. Like you can buy it, that kind of food at like a football game.
That sounds disgusting.
I know, jellied eel. But my mother used to, my mother's father was a fisherman in the Fraser River in Canada, and he caught salmon. He was a seiner, which is not very common anymore. They only allow native Indians to do the seine fishing now.
Yeah.
So, my mother said we used to jump off the bridge, the railway bridge, and then the eels would like wrap themselves around your arms and legs, like as soon as you hit the water. I was like, what?
Wow. That's
Why
how
would
you.
you even do that? Kind of like a dare. People used to do that. But she said they don't have them there anymore. They're all gone.
Hey, Ricardo Sunshine wants to know what Arioch is. Arioch was. There's these books called the Elric of Melniboné saga, and Arioch was a Duke of Hell that Elric would use magic to summon, and they would have conversations, and Arioch would help Elric out in certain instances because Elric was this dark sorcerer, and he got a this sword that is aware. and sentient, and the sword sucks the soul out of anything that it kills, and gives Elric the strength, because Elric is an albino and he's weak as hell. He's this skinny little albino. So that's what Arioch is. He's a Duke of Hell that Elric sometimes calls upon, and sometimes in battle, he's screaming at the top of his lungs, "Blood and souls for my Lord Arioch." He's crazy.
So is this, what century was this cartoon in?
It's fictional.
Or anime or whatever? Like what?
No, it was a book. It was a series of books that Michael Moorcock wrote. And I don't know if you're familiar with the movie Heavy Metal. It was an animated movie that they did in like the 80s.
No.
Well, they played some of the stuff from from Blue Oyster Cult that has to do with Elric. One of the songs is "Veteran of the Psychic Wars." Oh shit! Sorry, hang on. Could you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Was that your ringtone?
No, I was in somebody's room on Discord, and they just started a movie.
Oh, okay. Did you want to go watch it?
I do, but I'd rather keep my own stream going. So there's always tomorrow for another movie. He's always streaming movies. Well, I'll tell you one thing that I don't know if you like. Have you ever seen Mafia stuff, like movies like Goodfellas and The Godfather and all that kind of stuff?
Henry Hill was married to my friend's cousin.
Right. Okay, so you get it.
Of course.
So I would recommend. It's hard to find right now, but I imagine it won't be later. It's called The Penguin, right? And it's the Penguin from Batman.
Yeah.
But it has nothing to do with Batman in the first season so far. And it's just about how he becomes who he is. And it's so good. I really enjoyed that series.
Is it a TV series?
Yeah. It's 8 episodes. 8-hour episodes. But it is so good. I was like blown away when I saw it. I was like, wow. I mean, Colin Farrell plays the Penguin, but you would not know that is Colin Farrell. He just is the Penguin. He's just this character.
Right.
With the makeup they put on him and everything, it's so believable. I thought it was cool, man.
Did you watch the original Batman series, the one that wasn't animated?
Yeah, with Burt Ward and Adam West. Yeah, absolutely. I used to watch it every morning before school.
It used to, well, that's because you were seeing reruns. I saw it when it was original because I'm old.
Yeah.
So we used to see it after school. As soon as we got home from school, we'd watch Dark Shadows and then Batman, and then I had to go home for dinner.
I missed Dark Shadows until like a couple of years ago. Then I was able to find it and I watched it, and it was freaking crazy. It was like,
I know. Imagine a 6-year-old being addicted to that TV show. Me and my friends, we were 6, so we'd watch that. Like, oh my God, my parents never knew. My parents were too busy drinking to notice that we were watching across the street.
Next thing you know, you're going to Black Sabbath concerts, right?
Right. It's so funny though. We really loved it, me and my friend.
Did you see I think it's Johnny Depp. He did a movie of it.
No. I should watch it though. I just haven't been, I've never really watched a lot of Johnny Depp movies because it's kind of like being addicted to boy bands. I've never watched boy bands either. So he kind of reminds me of the boy band of actors.
Yeah. Like DiCaprio, right?
I never watched any of his movies either. So stupid, right?
He's part of that boy band that you're talking about.
And then I never watched Justin Bieber because he was like 14 or something. I'm like, I'm not watching a 14-year-old play music. Sorry, I don't care.
I don't give a shit about Justin Bieber, really.
Right.
Whether he's a good person or not, it matters not.
if he was abused by Diddy, I do care about that because it can affect a person's whole, because they're young, right?
Yeah.
Their whole, it changes everything for them. They'll never be the same again, ever.
But then again, he has his millions and millions of dollars to soothe that aching wound, and I'm sure it doesn't bother him as much as people think, you know?
No, it doesn't bother him. I'm just saying that, it'll affect how he relates to his child now. He has a child, his wife, everyone, you know.
I guess. I don't know.
So they're the ones that are going to be affected, not really him, because he doesn't know any different.
Yeah. Well, the question with Diddy is, did he do it or didn't he? We're
What
gonna
didn't
find
he
out.
do? Somebody said to me when it first started being talked about, I mentioned it on my channel, and they said, "Well, what did he do?" I said, "What didn't he do? He did everything, anything anybody's done." Epstein, Weinstein, all of these people, he's done it and more.
Yeah.
Cosby, all of the stuff, everything, because he's
Well,
bisexual, so he
so,
did everything.
somebody was playing a story recently about a girl that got abused by somebody who was friends with Diddy, and they, like drugged her and raped her and did all this nasty shit.
Like, there's been a few famous people that have done that sort of thing. There was that guy that was, he was an heir. His mother was like a big makeup person. I forget if it was Lancome. I think it was Lancome or one of the big makeup companies.
Yeah.
He never worked a day in his life, never had anything but do whatever he feels like his whole life. And that's what he used to do. He would drug girls and rape them.
Yeah.
And they'd usually be young, fairly young. I don't know if they were underage or not, but they were close, like very young girls. So,
Yeah, when you get older, you get filled with regret. Like I think about what you just said, and I'm like, why didn't I think of that? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I know you are.
It was tough to get girls to like you when you were a young high schooler, though. I'll tell you, man, because
Well,
you're full of zits, and they like older guys, and it was just crazy. This one girl, she didn't like me, but she liked this guy that already had 2 kids with somebody in high school. It was like, are you fucking insane?
just because he was hot, I guess.
He wasn't hot though. He was just on the football team, so they thought he was like a bastion of manhood or some shit. I don't know.
Some kind of status quo.
I could have taken him in a fight.
I don't know. Like, I I graduated high school. I was still only 16, so I didn't really experience that whole high school dating thing.
Hmm. Well, I never dated in high school. Nobody wanted to. I tried, but nobody would have me. So it was like, all right. And I think the one person that was interested in me was so horribly weird that I was not interested. Like they had eyes on the side of their head, like a bug.
I remember. I only remember like maybe a handful of people that actually did date each other during high school.
Yeah. Well, one guy, he lives on my street, and he's married to the girl that he dated in high school.
Okay.
Yeah. Lucky him. Yes, I don't know. Maybe he is lucky. Maybe he's not. I don't know
My
what his life
my
is like.
sister married the guy that she dated in high school.
Yeah.
When she started dating him, their birthdays are a day apart. They both turned 16 and they started dating.
Wow.
They're still together.
Do
I mean,
they love each other?
no, they hate each other,
They
but they
hate each
stayed
other?
together. They don't like each other.
Oh
My
my.
sister's a raving alcoholic, and he's just like kind of a nerdy car guy. He likes, you know, he builds stuff
Yeah.
like cars.
Yeah. Builds engines.
Yeah, he's just nerdy that way. So, like too extreme. He's very extreme, nerdy.
Yeah, well, like last Christmas, my uncle's cousin came over with her husband, and I swear to fucking God, and I got everyone else to agree with me that he looks exactly like Rick Moranis. You know that guy,
Yeah,
Revenge of the Nerds.
yeah.
He looks exactly like him. It was hysterical, and we were all just giggling, about it. But but he's a musician, and that's how you get to meet people sometimes. I mean, maybe for Christmas, I'll get in touch with him again and we'll play or something.
That's why. Oh, that's probably why girls wouldn't date you because you're a musician.
Why? I
Because
wasn't a musician in high school.
oh, you weren't.
No.
No,
Right
a lot
now.
of girls wouldn't date musicians because they travel and they meet a lot of girls.
Yeah. No, I wasn't like
They don't wanna deal with
that.
it.
I didn't start playing until I was 18, so that was the year after I graduated high school.
Okay.
I don't know.
I dated a musician once, but I broke up with him.
Why?
He could barely read. He was too stupid for me.
He could barely read, but he could play music?
No, he sang. He was a singer.
Oh, all right. That makes sense.
Yeah, he was not. No, I was like, I can't do this forever. That's for sure. So then, after I broke up with him, his brother had the band. His brother was kind of a genius, and he was like just this dumb kid, right?
Yeah.
So he quit the band after I broke up with him. I guess it was too much for his ego.
Yeah. You destroyed him.
I did. They were so popular though. It was so funny because when we met these guys, they were like, we knew the bass player. His dad lived near, um, you know what 24 Sussex Drive is?
No.
It's where the Prime Minister of Canada lives.
Oh, okay.
So his dad lived like a couple doors away from there.
Yeah.
And they had a giant basement in a big old mansion. And so he had the band. He was the one who started the band up. And that's how we met all these guys.
Yeah.
And they used to practice in the basement. We go over there every single day and they practice every single day. And their dad would come home and he was like a barrister or something. And he'd come in and he'd be like stumbling drunk already.
Yeah.
The mother was as big as a house. I mean, she was gigantic. I've never seen a woman that big that still could walk, walk around. So, yeah, so we used to hang out there every day and they started getting gigs. Like, I don't know, I guess it was the guy with the brother, the singer's brother. I think he might have been the bass player. But he got all the gigs.
Yeah.
He was a little bit older than these guys, right? So he was almost like the manager.
Right.
And then he'd get all these gigs in all these bars all over the place because in Canada, you only have to be 18 to go to the bar.
Yeah.
And then he started getting university gigs and stuff. And so when they play at the university, it would be like a concert. Like it would be like a lot of people and big, right?
Yeah.
And the crowd would just scream. They loved him, right? So
Yeah.
then I broke up with the guy because I was like, I'm not dealing with all this crap. It's too much.
Wow.
It wasn't really, I didn't want to spend all my time going to bars and watching a musician because I like to go skiing and I like to, do like outdoorsy crap,
Right. Yeah, when you're with a musician, you're gonna spend a lot of time in a fucking basement with some weird lighting,
Exactly. So, yeah.
That describes exactly what we have a little setup
Actually,
in my basement, and I put up LED lights everywhere, so it's like we have the atmosphere.
the girls, we never did hang out in the basement much unless they they really wanted us to see the song or something. We just stay up in the living room and watch TV. We weren't that interested.
Yeah, yeah. Boring.
Yeah, boring. So that's how it is. I think things changed a lot after HIV, and then again after pandemic, of course.
Yeah.
So yeah, when HIV happened, I think a lot of girls didn't want to date anybody they just didn't trust anyone.
Yeah. And needlessly, but because it wasn't that big of a problem, they just made it into one on the media.
Well,
Because
it depends where you live. But where did you live during the early 80s?
Oh, I was in Provincetown. No, I'm kidding. That's like the gayest place there is. Provincetown, you
I was
never
in
heard of that?
Vancouver. That's the gayest place there is. I was in Vancouver.
I don't know about Canada. But no, I during all that shit, I didn't even notice it really. I heard about it on the news, but it didn't affect me because I wasn't old enough to be having sex yet. So I didn't
But by
care.
the time you were dating, lots of people had already died of AIDS, right?
We didn't care at the time I started dating because I knew that they didn't have AIDS because I knew these people from like childhood, kind of, in a way. They all grew up in my neighborhood, so
Okay, so it was like a really close-knit place.
kind of, yeah. I mean, it was in the outskirts of a city, let's say, on the edge of a city.
Mm, okay.
So I didn't live in the suburbs, but I didn't live in the inner city either. It was just like right in that in between, just before you get to the suburbs. Whoops. I just hit the wrong button by accident here.
Are we out in outer space now by ourselves?
No. Well, who? Us?
I can't see the chat anyway, so when you said that, I thought, well, maybe we're not live anymore. Did you
Oh no.
unlive
No, we're live. We're live. As far as I
it?
know. But I think I'm gonna kill it because I'm in charge of cooking once again, and I have to make a tenderloin, and
Oh,
I don't want it to be plain. I want it to have some kind of zing to it with spices or herbs or something. So
plus
I
they're a
gotta
little
go.
tricky. You have to pay attention.
Yeah, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with this thing. So
All right, well, I'll see you again.
yeah. Well, thanks for coming, Dory. You're always welcome here, and I appreciate you coming.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks for entertaining us all. All right. Well, Dory's gone. Why is it that right when I'm about to end it, people show up? Hey, John, what's up? Nice to see you. Well, I am going to stream later, that's for sure. I just need to take a break to go take care of some stuff, cooking things. And I'll be back, I don't know, maybe like after dinner time. Like for me, it would be 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Hey, Missouli, what's up? Bob, you missed Silver Diamond. She was here earlier. But yeah, I'll be back later. And if you guys want something to do, go to Kev's stream. I forget what his full name is. What the hell's his name? Something Kev. Marathon Kev. That's it. If you want to go to his stream, go for it. Thank you, everybody that came, and I will be back later tonight. If anyone wants to come back, I would appreciate it. And anyone is welcome on panel. I don't have any selectiveness when it comes to that. So anybody and anything is welcome on panel. So I will see you guys in a few hours after I get my business taken care of. And goodbye from the Chaos Realm. Have a good day.